When you come to your final days, what do you reckon is going to be front and foremost on your mind? When you're thinking back in your life and reflecting and thinking about what you did and what you didn't do, and the people who were in it and the people who weren't, and people who came and went, and the things you wanted to do, and the goals you had, and the dreams you had, and whether you realized them or not. What your life was like, what your lifestyle was like, what your health was like, all this type of stuff. When you come to those final days, what do you think you're going to be predominantly thinking about when you reflect? You think you're going to be wishing that you worked more? Maybe that you earned more money, had more material things? Does that sound about right? You reckon that's what you're going to be thinking about? Or could it be the people who were in your life and whether you truly enjoyed them and enjoyed your life? Or maybe it was the opposite. Welcome to Mind Body Health Podcast with myself, Dave Sheehan. Here for another episode, an important one because, again, this is a recurring theme, a recurring thing that's coming up with my various clients around the world. And especially, when I start off with clients, people typically will come for various reasons. Could be to do what they want to earn more money, they want to develop their business or start a business, they want to get in shape, they want to improve their athletic performance, they want to improve their happiness within and all this type of stuff. But what everything always boils down to, again, is, questions I ask. What is happiness to you? Because the thing is, society tells us what happiness is. It tells us what success is. It tells us what fulfillment is. It gives us this bar to reach. But the thing is, every single one of us has a different perception, our own internal perception of what success actually is, what fulfillment actually is, and what happiness, most importantly, is to us, ourselves. What does it mean to us? We're all different. It's all very much tied to your values. This is why I stress to people how it's so important that you take time to identify what your values are, because your life ideally should reflect and illustrate your values. And it does. Like, it actually, if someone's looking at your life, whatever you're doing is reflecting what you're putting as the highest value at that time. Now, you may say that certain things are your values, your highest values, but your life isn't reflecting them. You may want certain things to be your highest values, but your life isn't reflecting it. And that's, again, coming down to decisions you're making and the choices you're making. Because, again, at the end of the day, everything is down to a choice. Everything comes down to taking personal responsibility for all aspects of your life, taking personal responsibility for everything that happens in your life. And this is the thing that ruins people, in that they take the get out of blaming other people, making excuses, and not taking personal responsibility. It's always someone else's fault. It's always something else's fault. It's always circumstances, the environment, their parents, their family, their genetics, their school, their friends, their partners, their whatever. This is your life. This is your life. And I want it, when you come to the end of your life and you're reflecting, that you can look back with a smile on your face, loads of happy memories, having lived the life you wanted, or lived as fully as you possibly could, done what it is that was your highest values. Your life reflected your highest values, and that it's one that you can leave this world in peace, knowing that you live life fully. And that everything always keeps coming back to, what does happiness mean to you? Because, again, it's different for everybody. But most people are not living lives that are going to bring them happiness. And their living lives are literally just going to bring them regret. Most people are just on a hamster wheel that society has conditioned people to feel is what they need to do to live a successful life, a fulfilling life, a happy life. People are constantly reaching for the bar that they're told means you're successful. What successful is changes all the time. The bar keeps rising. It's a lot different now than it was 10 years ago, 20 years ago, and so on. And I'm sure it'll keep rising. That's if you pay attention to society's bar. How about your bar? What, again, does success mean to you? What does fulfillment? What will fulfill you? And most importantly, what will make you happy? Because people are getting increasingly tied into work, money, material things being what matters most and what will bring them happiness, like looking for things externally. When the reality is, happiness is an internal job. You have to find happiness within. That's the most important step, being happy within. When you're happy within, then, again, you can keep finding sources or examples of happiness in different parts of your life and from different people. But the most important one is you, your own internal happiness, your own internal dialogue, your self-esteem, your self-image, your self-worth, your self-confidence. All these different areas are so, so important. That's where you generate actual happiness. And then it's usually from the experiences, life experiences. It's like when people are going for goals, it's the journey is the most fulfilling part. It's the journey that's the growth part. It's a journey that you'll enjoy the most and will actually bring you the most memories and happiness. The destination's great when you're there, but it's temporary. And usually then decide on another destination pretty soon after. So, it's the journey is what brings the joy. And when people are constantly striving again for the wrong things, not bringing the joy, they're not bringing the happiness. And, the thing again is when you're on your deathbed, you're not going to be wishing you worked more. You're not going to be wishing you earned more money. You're not going to be wishing you had more cars, bigger houses, a yacht, private plane, millions of euros, dollars, pounds, whatever currency you got. No one's going to be wishing that. You'll be wishing that you had more fulfilling relationships, that you did more, that you experienced more, that you saw more of the world, you spent more time with your kids, you spent more time with your grandkids, you spent more time with your partner, or maybe you didn't work so hard that you didn't destroy the relationship that you did have, which actually initially used to bring you so much joy, or that you worked so hard and were so committed to your job, career, business, making money, materialism, capitalism, all that kind of stuff, that you didn't even give yourself time to find a suitable partner, to attract a suitable partner that would have enriched your life. So, my message to you on this particular episode of podcast is just especially, again, to really get clear on what your version of happiness is. Now, for some people, happiness truly may be working 16, 17, 18 hours a day, 5, 6, 7 days a week. If that's your highest value and that brings you the most joy, that's what you should do. But if it's not, you shouldn't be doing that. At least not on an ongoing basis. Everyone needs to make sacrifices temporarily sometimes. And that's why they're called sacrifices. They're meant to be temporary, not meant to be forever, not meant to be for decades. At the end of the day, what brings us joy? It's experiences, it's other people. Humans are social beings, and we get joy from other people. This is why children are such a blessing. People get so much joy from their children, and it's such an unfortunate thing, but again, a decision at the same time and a choice that people make, that they don't enjoy their kids to the full ability that they have. They rush back to work, they get nannies, or they go into Montessori's and creches. They don't spend a lot of time with their kids. They give them loads of devices when they want to keep them quiet and distracted because they're busy doing work and whatever else it may be, or busy watching something they want to watch, or busy because they want to go out and do something with friends, colleagues, whoever it may be. And then all of a sudden the kids are 18. There's no relationship. The relationship isn't there. It's too late then. Kids will have, their own mix-up idea of what happened and their own, poor relationship with their parent or parents. The parents will have a poor relationship with their kids, and it's very hard to repair that. And you can't get the time back. Now, that's just with kids. Same applies with grandkids. Same applies with, again, anyone that's important in your life. If you're, again, it's like when you're with someone, usually, you got together for a reason. They enrich your life in some way. They were bringing something to your life quite a lot of the time. Maybe you've lost that. Maybe you've lost it because you've been working too hard. Maybe you've been focused too much on material stuff. Maybe you're focusing too much on money. There's nothing wrong with money. There's nothing wrong with material stuff. There's nothing wrong with working hard. But again, it's in line with your highest values. Is it what will truly bring you happiness? Because again, that's the bottom line. That's what matters. What will bring you happiness? What is your version of happiness? That's all that matters. That's all that is going to matter at the end of the day. And as you reflect back, were you happy? Did you do what brought joy to your life? Did you do what brought a smile to your face? That brought a smile to the face of others? Had you people in your life that enriched your life? Did they know that you valued them? Did they know that they enriched your life? These are all important questions to be asking yourself, not when you're on your deathbed, now. Project forward to what it'll be like if you were there now. And then look at right now what the reality actually is and what way you're heading. And I urge you to make positive changes in your habits, your lifestyle, your behavior, your choices, your decisions, your actions, if needed. It all depends on where you're at, what your life is like. But if you're like most people, you're on the hamster wheel. And that hamster wheel doesn't serve anyone. It doesn't serve you. It doesn't serve the people who matter. It always serves regret. You're generating regret, more and more regret all the time. And regret is not something you want to have in abundance. Regret is the only fear that you should have in life. No other fear, just regret. So again, ask yourself, what does success actually mean to me? What is fulfillment for me? Importantly, what does happiness mean to me? What will a happy life look like? If I click my fingers right now and I have what I perceive as a happy life, what does it look like? Who's in it? What are we doing? What's my life look like? That's what matters. So depending on where you're at, it's time to make changes. If you're like most people, it's time to make changes. Positive changes. And it'll be outside comfort zone because again, you get used to not doing the things you need to be doing. You get used to being conditioned by society as to what you should be doing. But this is the time to grab life again by the throat and do what you want to do with it. Grab the reins. Remember, you hold the pen. You hold the pen in your life. Make life what you want life to be like. Most importantly, make life happy. Generate happiness in yourself every single day. Go to sleep with a smile on your face. And in your final days, reflect with a big smile and a few chuckles and happy reflections and memories. And then go peacefully, knowing that you lived fully. And again, you lived your own perception of success, fulfillment, most importantly, happiness. I hope this has helped. I hope it's maybe woken you up a bit if you needed it. I hope it's, given you some food for thought. You should have. No matter where you are in your life, there's always more you can do to make it better. But it's important at times to focus forward to those final few minutes even, or hours. And what will it be like if life stopped now? And make changes as needed. So like I said, I hope it helped. Let me know. Contact me on any social media or email or a contact page on our website, or leave a comment below this episode if you're watching this on Spotify or on YouTube. Please share this out there. The more people that can hear these messages, the better. And, if you can share them, it helps us. We can only do so much. We can only reach so many people. And please also subscribe because, again, it just tells the algorithm that you like the episode and you want to get notified of more, and that gets more exposure then as well. Because at the end of the day, the algorithms feed off engagement, and if there's engagement, to give more exposure. So please help us by making sure you're subscribed or following, and by commenting and sharing the podcast out there too. As I said, hope this is helpful. It's an important one. It's a short one, but a powerful message. Let me know if it helps. I look forward to hearing about it. Have a good one. Keep focused and chat to you in the next episode.